Okay, and we are generating hypothesis h of x. What is h, ma? Small h, what does it represent? In candidate element.
Instance.
Hypothesis for each and every instance, right? And whatever each and every instance we take, we check that it satisfies. Okay, it satisfies, or it takes all the examples which are consistent with the output. Okay, if it is consistent with the output, we normally call it as satisfiable instances. And the hypothesis which is generated for this satisfiable instance, those hypothesis is called as satisfiable hypothesis. Okay, the output, if it is consistent, then such hypothesis is called as satisfiable hypothesis, irrespective of whether the output is true or false. Okay, that is positive or negative. Okay, an instance you have given, you got some output. Then that is a satisfiable instance, and the hypothesis which is generated is also satisfiable. And how do you represent it? Is a consistent or satisfiable? We represent it with some number. What is that number? It is 1. Are you clear, students? H of x equal to 1 means what?
Yes, ma'am.
It is producing the correct output. Okay, whatever values are there, what we are expecting, that only it is producing. And here there are some indications, some notations here. We are having a set of training examples, and all the set of training examples. Okay, we have a database. In that database, we have a lot of instances. All the group of all these instances, suppose some 1,000 records are there. All these 1,000 records put together is called as a training data or training examples. And this we are going to represent with a notation capital D. And for each and every record, okay, or each and every instance, okay, we represent it as x. The inputs are called as x, x1, x2, x3, x4, and so on. And the output of each one is represented as c. Okay, c1 for x1, c2 output for x2 input, c3 for x3. And for each and every row, okay, for each x1 and xc1, based upon x1 only you get c1. So based upon these two things, we generate some hypothesis h1, okay, for second row h2, for second tree h3, and so on. So these are hypotheses which we normally represented as hx for each one of them. And for given h of x, what is the output? c1, c2, c3. So this we are representing it as c of x. H of x is derived based upon c of x. So that is what the meaning of this. Okay, when do you say the candidate algorithm? Okay, candidate elimination algorithm has taken only the consistent instances. It will take consistent instances whenever this condition is satisfied. Okay, you have generated some hypothesis for given input, and that hypothesis is leading to is generated based upon this output C1, C2, and C3. You give some input to the application. Okay, after training, if you give some input to the application, it is generating some output, one new output. Then this new output you should check with the expected output values. Whether you are getting 0 or 1, that means this is a valid. Then this condition is satisfied. For this given input, I have generated C of x. Then in this case, I can apply the candidate elimination algorithm. Instead of 0 or 1, or instead of true or false, I am generating, okay, the machine is generating some new output. That is, if it is saying that unpredictable, okay, or if it is saying that, okay, input error input, okay, if such outputs are generated, okay, that means what? Your data, the input which you have given, is not consistent with the output. Then in this case, you can't generate h of x. Okay, and this condition is not valid, and you can't apply the candidate elimination algorithm. Okay, and whether it is find S algorithm or whether it is consistent algorithm, our main motto is to modify the specific to general instances. Okay, convert the specific to general instances. Okay, whether it is FindS or candidate. Okay, in FindS, what did we do? Specific to general, we have converted, yes or no? Yes, students. Smaran, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. There.
Yes. In FindS, did we do specific to general?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes. So in candidate elimination algorithm also we will convert specific to general. And also one more step here, we will also convert general to specific. Okay, in FindS, we are going to convert only this one, only one step. Only this first process only we are going to do in FindS algorithm. Whereas in candidate elimination, we will do two tasks. What are those two tasks? One is conversion of specific to general, which is done already in FindS algorithm. In addition to that, we are also going to do one more task, that is converting general to specific. Why this second task has come into picture here? This second task has evolved due to negative examples, negative training examples. Okay. In FindS, we were considering only positive examples to generate the hypothesis capital H. Okay, so this is specific to general is for positive examples. So that is already accepted in candidate elimination also. And candidate elimination also accepts negative examples, which is not accepted in FindS. So when negative examples are there, negative examples, for negative examples, if you want to create, if you want to derive a hypothesis, the procedure there is you have to convert a generalized to specific. Then only you will be able to generate a hypothesis for the total training data. Okay, so that is why for this second set of input data, we are going to do second task. The task is converting the general to specific. In candidate elimination, I have positive training data and negative training data. That is why to generate hypotheses, I have two activities. For positive, one activity, for negative examples, another activity. In FindS, the training data itself is only one type, that is only positive. Okay, only one category of input data is there. So for only one category of input data, we have to do only one activity. That is simply convert specific to general and then derive H. Here two categories of input data are there. That's why we are performing two types of task. Okay, and for each task, we will generate a separate hypothesis. For positive statements, one hypothesis. For negative statements, one more, another hypothesis. Is this clear, students?
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Okay, right. So how we are doing this one, that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, what is the procedure? So specific to general, whatever we have done in FindS, same thing we have to do in here also, in a candidate elimination also. Okay, then how to convert general to specific, that we will do in the next class. Yeah, any query?